Oikos didn't necessarily resonate at first. It was just a Greek word, I guess, and figured that it probably meant something if we were talking about it on Sunday. But now I use it in sentences, of oh, that's your Oikos. There's your example. Go talk to your Oikos. When I filled out the card, I think it was challenging, because a lot of the names that came to mind were names that I worked with, and who wants to talk to their boss or their coworker or their employee about their faith, right? That mingles a lot of things, a lot of intricate parts of your personality together, and I think that was challenging.
John and I worked together at Defense Finance and Accounting Services for the military. I had faith that there was a God, and I believed in a God, but I wasn't all there, like fully understanding what I was doing in my faith. A lot of things were going on in my life, still to this day, that were I was dealing with. There was a lot of stress at work. I questioned a lot of things that happened to me and why God would allow certain things happen to me the way that they happened.
As much as we're told to keep our faith on the back burner and not talk about our faith, Christmas is the one time of year to where it's okay and acceptable, even for someone that doesn't want to hear about your faith. They don't make too much of a fuss about it. So I think Christmas Eve is just a natural barriers down type of way to get somebody to come into a church. So I invited Jim and his family to our Christmas Eve service last year.
I think church, getting to come to church, that kind of was, I just was walking through the house and I felt it in my heart, and that's kind of where it kind of led me, was to this church, and it made me want to get baptized again and really give my life to Christ. I got baptized Easter Sunday, 2022. So I wanted to be able to give everything that I have. I want to be a great example to my daughter. I want to have that spiritual relationship, not only with God, but with my wife. I do remember just a sense of like lightness that came over me. Like a lot of the burden or stress on my shoulders and my neck and my arms just kind of came up, and it was a good moment, good feeling.
I think in a lot of ways I want to be more like him. in a great, he's kind of like a big brother to me, in that sense that I've always looked up to how hard he works, how loyal he is, and when you're working for the military, it's preached to be loyal to the mission and all of that kind of stuff. But he always took it to a different level. That he was 110% all in, dedicated to whatever the mission had, and I always admired that. He is always the guy you want on your side for anything.
I mean, I love John like a brother now. I mean, he's a great man and he's a great father. I try to emulate some of the things how he treats his sons and how he serves his community.
The biggest way I've seen God really impact his life is to give him, I guess, that ability to trust God, to pray to God more often, to let God have those burdens that he was carrying on his own.
We fell in love with the church. We went through Starting Point, and then we became members of the church, and now we're involved Sunday mornings with the worship team of greeting individuals when they come in and giving them a warm welcome as they sit down and hear the Word of God.
I think really the furthest that I saw it going was that Jim and his family and his daughter would be a part of the church, and we would do family things together, and we would all just be a part of the church together. I didn't know that it would be as impacting as him being baptized and then being so involved, and that's all God. All I did was invite him to a church service.
I think it's our purpose and my purpose to try to reach those 8 to 15 people that are within my sphere of influence, to try to bring them closer to God so they can find Christ and understand the Word of Christ, so they can also do the same thing that I'm trying to do.